Blues pre-season win against lackluster Gunners. Antonio Conte wants a new striker to back up Alvaro Morata, but Michy Batshuayi gave him plenty to ponder here. A cult hero amongst the fans, and on social media, Batshuayi, despite scoring the goal that sealed the title, never quite fit in under Conte's stewardship and looks all set for a move away this summer. Indeed, Conte is understood to be looking at Swansea's Fernando Llorente and Crystal Palace's Christian Benteke to deputise for £75 million man Morata in the coming campaign, but Batshuayi served notice on just what he can offer with an excellent display against the Gunners. As well as two supremely well-taken goals, the Belgian's all-round game was outstanding, linking with those around him and providing the focal point for the Blues to play off and around. Whether it'll be enough to earn a stay of execution in Conte's mind remains to be seen, but it'll certainly give the Italian some food for thought as he considers his options. Moses sends Conte a message. Despite a standout season, Victor Moses is another who heads into year two under plenty of question marks. The Nigerian was outstanding last term, the definitive symbol of just how transformative Conte was upon his arrival at Stamford Bridge. But that hasn't stopped the Italian shopping for competition or even a replacement for the attacker-turned-midfielder-turned-wing-back this off-season. Numerous names have been linked, but with a rival yet to arrive, Moses took his chance to show what he can do here and was excellent in both defense and attack as the champions comprehensively outclassed the Gunners. Work still to for Arsenal. One of these teams has played 4 games this pre-season. The other only one, but you could be fooled for thinking it was the reigning champions who were well on their way to full strength, such was the margin of their superiority today. Chelsea dominated an admittedly under-strength Arsenal in almost every aspect here, first to every ball and altogether sharper across the board. They won going away but should have triumphed by more in the end, such was golfing class on show. There remains much work to do for Arsène Wenger, it appears. For Conte it seems the Shams are right where he wants them to be. Arsenal defence lost at sea. Chelsea's dominance was plain to see, with the Blues spending the closing minutes of the first half in particular camped out inside their opponent's final third. Their persistence paid off, with Willian finally striking 5 minutes before half-time, before Batshuayi added a second moments later, but it had been a long time coming. Arsenal's defence was disorganised, haphazard and unsure of itself from the start, while defensive incompetence ran through the backline like a stripe through rock. Ainsley Maitland-Niles' misplaced header in the opening minutes almost handed Chelsea an early lead, while heavy touches from a number of guilty perpetrators repeatedly afforded the Blues possession in dangerous areas. Indeed, it was Cohen Bramall's sloppy touch and Per Mertesacker slack defending which saw Conte's men go on to double the lead after Batshuayi's precise finish. Against the pace and technical panache of Chelsea's forward men, Wenger's defenders looked lost at sea. Giroud steps in as Lacazette continues to find his feet. Alexandre Lacazette may have lacked the service, but he certainly failed to showcase the tenacity and positional intelligence to offer any form of threat for Arsenal. As warned by Robert Perez, the Frenchman is likely to need time to settle in under Wenger. Instead, it fell to Olivier Giroud to lead Arsenal's front line. Stepping in for Lacazette after the break, the veteran forward brought greater physicality and presence to Arsenal's attack. He looked more willing to pressurise Chelsea's back three and moved into the free areas when appropriate to link up with those around him. It was his snappy flick with set-up Danny Welbeck in the second half before the striker was brought down by David Luiz, earning Arsenal a dangerous free kick on the edge of Chelsea's box. Nothing came of it but was a passage of play which suggested Giroud still has a role to play as Lacazette continues to find his feet at Arsenal.